Can I make a good drawing in only an hour? Well, today I'm gonna find out. So I set up my mood board over here. I did a piece that was a Pokemart on the inside, and now I think I'm gonna try and do a Pokemon Center from the outside. I have 3 images I found on Pinterest and then one of my old pieces, because I'm gonna do a nighttime scene with this lighting and maybe a dirt road leading to the Pokemon Center. Let's get started. Hey Siri, start a timer for 1 hour. So the first thing I normally do is I set my background color because I hate staring at a white screen. And then I need to set up my perspective. So our perspective, if you look at it, it's coming from over here. It's way over here. Okay, so my mic cut out. So I'm going to go through this just narration style. So right here, I am right now just blocking out the Pokemart, just how I can see it. I'm still looking at my mood board while I'm doing this. And then once I have the outline of my sketch, I'm going to use the lasso tool and Procreate, grab everything and fill it in a different layer, and then put the line art on top and set it to multiply so that I can see the line work. Now I'm adding the dirt road, trying to find a good color. If you see me spin my canvas, I do this a lot, and it's kind of the same reason why people flip their canvases. It's just so I can get a different perspective and kind of get a fresh eye when I'm looking at my work. Now I'm starting to work on the door. This didn't turn out as well as I had hoped. I was hoping for, I don't know, something a little bit cleaner, but I only had an hour to do this, so I couldn't spend the whole time just messing around with getting the right shape of the door. And I always like to do this thing in the glass where I take my rake brush and just kind of paint on top of it. It kind of gives a separation between the glass and the back. Now I'm adding the brick underside. I'm just, again, sketching out where I want it to go. There's a certain option in Procreate that lets you stick to your perspective grid. Here, I like to take a really nice color and then I'll set it to overlay and turn down the opacity. It kind of brings all of the colors together. When you have too many different colors, it can make it look really off. And so I do that just to kind of shift the hues towards the lighting that I'm wanting to go with. I realized that the door frame was a little too small. I think I had the windows a bit too high up, and I needed to add this piece I saw on my mood board. Here I had about 30 minutes left, and I had just started adding in the tops of the Pokemon Center. And it was really stressful because this whole time I wasn't worried about the timer because I was like, oh, I got this. But I looked down, like half of my time was gone. And so I started panicking. And so now I'm really just going with a lot of larger shapes to try and get the blocking done. And I wanted the roofs of the Pokemon Center to be very luminescent. You can see I'm kind of messing around with the background. I didn't really know what to do here. I was wanting some trees in the background, but I was kind of freaking out because of the time. I had so many things left to do, and I didn't know how to do them in such a short time, because I usually spend 10 to 20 hours on a piece, and I only had one. This is a trick that I do a lot. I'll just make something just staring straight at me, and then when I get the shape I want, I can bend it and put it into the correct perspective. I'm just doing some final touches. I really like adding a multiply layer and just going around the edges with an airbrush to kind of draw your eye towards the focal point a little bit more. And after that, I was done. I wasn't too happy with how it came out. I liked how the Pokemon Center came out, but the environment surrounding it is what I thought was really lacking because I didn't spend a lot of time on it. I was really just focused on getting the Pokemon Center ready and kind of had to rush the background. So after this, I went through and added about 30 minutes more of work and just doing some final touch-ups. I added some halftones to the top and made the lighting a little bit stronger. Added a Pokemon to the back to kind of throw us into that world. I added a little bit more pieces of grass and did a little bit more touching up to the actual building itself. Overall, I think it turned out pretty good for just an hour and a half. And if you think I did a good job, or if you think you could have done a better job in an hour, comment down below. If you liked it, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.